your guy, your boy, learning as he goes, building the plane as we fly. Same really the thing that I'm used to. I'm more so used to, running out in the streets and meeting people saying, hey, this event's happening. Maybe the event's at my spot. Who knows? But ain't nobody here. So just trying to figure it out, you know what I mean? Finding a way to connect with my loved ones that I miss oh so dearly. Um, Hopefully y'all doing good though, yo. Um, Let me see. I'm trying to see if it started. It said it started, but I don't know if it started. If it did start, dope. If it didn't start, c'est la vie. Así es la vida. Uh, yeah, this has been a crazy, crazy week. It's been such a crazy, crazy week. But we're still here. I'm grateful that, I've been able to take some time off, do what I need to do. Haven't really been resting. Matter of fact, I'm running on 3 hours of sleep right now. Definitely want to rest later though. Just getting a lot of stuff together, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But yeah, I would say that, one question that I was asked is just like, how are you taking care of yourself right now? And, the it feels weird to even want to take care of myself uh, when there's so many of us that don't even have that privilege. Um, it really is a privilege to even think about self-care. This was something new for me in like my late 20s to be like, oh, what? Like, I should sleep for X amount of hours because X, Y, and Z, or I should do this, or I should eat this, or da da da. Like, growing up, it was just about survival. And for a lot of us, it's still that way. And so I have to remind myself constantly to get out of survival mode um, and do things that will actually help me survive longer. So, I got to, do a little running, got to listen to some podcasts, some books, got to catch up with some folks that I ain't talked to in a long minute. Disconnected from social media. Like, social media isn't really I don't think it's helping at this point. You know what I mean? I really feel like it's yes, there's a lot of good information that's getting shared. Most of it's not getting fact checked, which I think is an issue. I really feel like if we're gonna share stuff, we should know where it came from, But nonetheless, yeah, like, information's getting shared, entertainment's getting shared, all that stuff. But there's also a lot of noise, a lot of, folks just still doing stuff for the gram. It's like, yo, like, we gotta actually, like, do something, And I feel like the more we're just like this, like, day in and day out, just like every single hour of the day, like, what are we actually doing? So, spent way less time on that, my computer, like all that stuff, just like engaging with nature, with wifey, with a random neighbor, like whatever, you know what I mean? But yeah, then also, finding ways to give, to donate my time, to donate my energy, to reach out to, local politicians, things like that, like whatever I could do, even just learning, you know what I mean? Again, like I mentioned, like some books and some articles that I was reading, like that I've been reading, I don't know everything, and that's okay to admit that, and so just like, what is it that I don't know? Fam, like I got a straight D in government, like growing up, like maybe it wasn't a D. I got several D's, but I think I rounded it out to like a C plus. Yeah. But like, growing up in school, like I wasn't really concerned about, let's be like, I was just like, yo, I don't want to learn about other people's history and not my own. As a Jamaican kid living in the States, I was like, I'd much rather, learn about Independence Day in Jamaica and what that was like. I want to learn about the rise of Rastafarianism, like all these different things, which I learned in college. I mean, I knew about it, but like actually studied it like on some textbook level. You know what I mean? I did that in college, so I wasn't really that motivated to learn about U.S. politics and stuff like that. Ironically, I'm married to somebody that like majored in poli sci and knows like a lot of this stuff. So a lot of the early learnings I got from her, outside of just like a lot of the the African American literature that I was reading, Pan African literature that I was reading in my early years of college, like that really shaped my understanding of politics and justice and reform and all that. But when I really think about it, I'm just like, yo, do I actually know like the local politics here and like how that actually works and who's even moving and shaking things around here? Like I don't, right? And so, just being a little bit more knowledgeable on that so that I can make informed decisions as a citizen of this country, but then also like so that I'm not just spending my time on social media sharing facts, but not applying those facts, So that was really how I've been coping these last set of days, going out. We're gonna go protest up in Sacramento, but plans have changed. But seeing a lot of the movement that's been happening as well. And yeah, also like this music that I've been making for the past. So I wrote it. Most of these songs, actually, all of these songs, but there's other songs that aren't even on this project that I was also working on, that aren't on the project. I'll probably drop them like, I don't know, next month or something. We'll figure it out. But yeah, just inspired by like everything that's going on right now. And it was part of me was just like, yo, I don't want to do anything. I'm so frustrated, heartbroken, distraught, like past pains coming back, seeing my family hurt, seeing the world hurt, all this kind of stuff. It's just like, like what am I gonna do? You know what I mean? Like I like to use music as a way to like not like uplift in the sense of like you can't uplift during the hard times, but it was just one of those things of like, I like running around on the stage and jumping up and down and all that kind of stuff. But I wasn't in that mood. I haven't been in that mood for a couple months. And so, part of that was holding me back, but then simultaneously just so many thoughts and so much burden in my heart, and just needing a place to share it all. And so as I've been doing, especially in recent years, treating the music as my journal, as my prayer, as my therapy session, as my conversation with a friend that I hadn't seen in a minute, that know me, just really started going in and just writing that down. Shout out to my homie J Dot, who stayed cooking. And he had some beats, he sent those my way. And just boom, just made a whole bunch of songs. And shout out to my other homie Brian Kidd, who cleared some time, cleared some space, and was just like, yo, when you need this done, worked on it. And we actually like cranked this whole thing out in a matter of weeks. It was just 1 week for the engineering. Before that, the reason, not the reason, but like one of the things that we encountered even during this process was just J Dot's computer crashed, and so he lost all the files to the songs that I had wrote to, and so we weren't even sure if we was even gonna do something with it. And so this was like mid-May or whatever. I had wrote most of the songs in end of April, early May. But honestly, like that 2-week gap in May to just keep writing to just other stuff, other beats that he had, and just hoping that, like, Lord, you'll recover everything. By the time he had the beats recovered and sent them over, it was just like, like, he sent me over a couple new beats, wrote to those like literally the same night, recorded those the next day, got feedback, boom, friggin' 1 week later, engineer is done, then okay, now we got the masters, ooh, okay, let's go through the distribution coup, ooh, okay, let's figure out what we're gonna do with the marketing, da da da, and drop figure out the release date, all that kind of stuff, just to get this out, because I've been sitting on some of these, but then also a lot of the newer stuff that's also on this project was inspired by like stuff that happened last week, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. And so it just, all of it just feels like timely. That's why I have like 3 hours of sleep, because like a lot of the, I'm a marketer, I do my own marketing, so I was doing all of the marketing, like getting all that stuff figured out, stuff like that, having conversations, and like also like have a full-time job. And so, that definitely is the reason why I need to go to sleep after this. But the thing that really impacted me the most was just thinking about like what is it that God has given us in every situation that we're in, whatever sphere of influence that we're in. What has He given us to use to its fullness? And when I think of everything that's happening right now, it's like, okay, well, God, you've given me this platform of music, and I want to use that. I want to use the words. I want to use my ability to bring people together, especially for a cause, and I want to leverage that towards something good, that something transformative, something that will progress the kingdom. And so I was like, I bet, what if, we could use this campaign, this album rollout, as a way to fundraise and generate funds for nonprofit organization that is fighting racial injustice, that is fighting against mass incarceration and police brutality and wrongful gun violence, and working towards economic and community development for our people across the country. And I had already been doing, donations and giving just personally, but it's like, if I could do something like this at a, slightly larger scale, then to God be the glory. So very excited, and the theme of working from home being continued, because I definitely thought I was going to be back in the office 2 months ago, but I'm not, still here. The next project is going to be called Working From Home Extended. All the proceeds I'm going to be donating away from folks that pre-order the album, the bundle packages, whatever. All of it's going to go to this cause. So I'm actually going to donate to Live Free. Live Free is there's a chapter out here in Berkeley, but Faith in Action, Live Free, they're doing the cause and they're doing it well, and I wanna be part of it. It's not enough to believe, you gotta act too. So looking forward to acting with y'all. Looking forward to making this happen. What's good, Taylor? And yeah. Until then, looking forward to dropping this project. Looking forward to hearing what y'all think. My homie that know me from like way back, Gary Pivot, shout out to him. He was like, yo, this is a masterpiece. And I don't think he's gassing me up, because he's a very real person. He'll tell me his trash to my face. So hopefully y'all feel that way as well. But regardless, definitely this isn't for me. I'm doing this, I'm creating this, I'm putting this out there in hopes to, even in the darkness, even in the midst of the darkness, to still bring some light to those that need it. So that's what I'm here for. That's what I believe. God just kept me on this earth for this long, so long as I'm here, this is what we're gonna do. And I look forward to connecting with y'all in the very, very, very near future. Your boy is tired. I'm asleep now. But have a black. I'm probably not gonna sleep. Let's be real. I need some food too. I'm gonna get some tacos. Taco Wednesday. Yeah.